20th.
5th.
So the 20th of January. So I think we feel pretty comfortable. We still have 11 days, so I think we'll be fine with that. Obviously, with the weather, the understood move-in date is February 1st. So we still have 11 days even.
No,
now.
we're doing fine.
Walkthrough inspection 45 days for
There's a
January
move-in date
20th.
for a particular person, Dr. Fielding.
You're moving in February 1st? Okay.
All right. Are there any order discussed? Because we can pull that up too. Are there any order issues? I think everything's been pretty much coming in on time
Yeah, I don't see
from
any.
a supply standpoint.
Hey, Vernon, 2115-16, the Renaissance.
Yes, sir.
How's that coming along?
Very well. I actually spoke with me and Ed at a meeting this morning, talking about the telephone jacks, the smoke detectors, and things like that.
When do you think it'll be drywall?
There's still, well, the problem is you can't drywall until the inspectors come in and inspect the wiring and the plumbing, so it depends on them.
You talking about Hutchinson?
No, Smith.
2150.
John Smith.
Oh, 21. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a move in March, more than likely.
Well, you'll be fine.
No, I'm hoping it's ready in February though, so we can
But,
push some things.
right. 3101 and 2 was done in what, 30, 40 days, guys?
I think 52.
Yeah, I mean, for all they're pleased. We just hope.
I was with them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I thank you for coming down this morning. I'm writing them in.
Here you go. Kim, put it.
You can have mine.
Yeah, put it in there.
Okay.
I'm writing them in, Kim. You can read mine.
Which 4217 you said?
Colossal, yes, sir. Go down further, kid. 1216. 1216 is the issue with Chuck, right?
1216 is actually done. There were just some
Yeah,
minor
that's
issues.
right. That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
And
That's
so
what-
they moved their move-in date to sometime.
What about their upgrades, Kim? What's going on? Did we get approval? I sent you an email with the cost.
Absolutely, and T and I have been going back and forth regarding that. We have not been able to get in touch with Mrs. Hatcher. However, we're thinking that we're gonna mix it. It's an outside job anyway, so we'll talk about what she gets.
Yeah, it's patio and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, this the other Renaissance that you have down lower.
Yes, the 2115. We think that, well,
Good.
I just have, because I have here paid construction costs, would like the unit to be ready by February. I don't know anything about the Smiths. What's going on?
Joan Smith, she has paid everything months ago for the Renaissance. Now, we're fine on that, though, right? Or, I mean, that'll be ready, let's say, end of February.
Smiths and what number?
2115 and 16.
2115, 16.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, if I say February 25th or something, we're,
The 90 days from the start.
Well, that was
Now, I
months
submitted
ago.
a design sheet on September the 26th.
we start that before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
All right, so I just didn't fill the dates for it, because I didn't know what to deal with it.
So we got it. We're doing like 20 things at one time. So
We're doing, I think,
45
look,
days.
there's been some but I think on the most part, we're getting on track.
That will be updating us with Mr. Dwindle on the CARF report. So it's on you, Kendall.
On the security side of the house, only major thing going on right now, I spoke with one of our contractors this week in reference to the remote cameras that we're trying to install out behind the 5100 cluster.
Okay.
They're still working on that proposal because it's kind of an extensive project, and they're going to have some numbers and a diagram and scale to me by next week. Because they have to draw all that up.
Great.
And they also have to communicate with some of the vendors of the products they're going to use to make sure everything works together and works properly and that kind of thing.
Okay.
On the transportation side, the only thing I have is we are continuing the trial. We did a trial doctor run as far as the areas that we go to, and we are and it seemed to have gone over well with the residents as far as the response. So we're going to continue with that schedule, until further notice.
Okay.
And that's that's pretty much everything as it relates to security your transportation.
Okay, I'm looking for the car stock, for some reason it's not pulling up.
Okay.
Well, let's just kind of discuss it, because I can kind of see it here, so.
Okay.
Alright, I did speak with, Marvell, so we are gonna continue to get the soft copy.
Okay.
But I just wanna make sure, in these areas, the areas that we feel comfortable in, just make sure you answer, like, what you know you have on this list, answer that, what you know you, I kinda have a general idea what you don't have. So, just so that we make sure that we're proving it, all our logs and stuff need to be in place, because I think they're coming in, February. So, you know how I am, I wanna make sure that we're well ahead of the game, mid-January, I guess next week. I wanna make sure that we already have all this stuff in place, because we don't.
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Oh, CARF is coming where they kind of accredit, yeah, they want to
CARF,
accredit, yeah,
yes,
CARF. So
And you want to be ready with,
prepare with all our evacuation plans, drills, and logs for safety, basically for safety. Gonna probably want to do a couple more fire drills in the next, or we're.
Well, I mean, we're caught up.
Okay.
You know, we do one per month on different shifts. We just have not done one for the month of January yet.
We just had a real world one today.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
You were outside, a fire alarm went off on the 3rd floor from the
In
guys
the
doing the
apartments?
drywall. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we just had a real world one today.
Okay.
You can get with Keith and get the information, but we all responded.
Okay.
So let's just, like I said, look at this email, just make sure we have everything that's, and I'm not concerned that the majority of it we don't. I kind of know about the disaster plan, and we'll have more conversations tomorrow about that. But just make sure that we're all on the same page for what we need, and if it's something that we need help or we need to get from somewhere else, let's find.
Yeah,
Let's not reinvent the wheel.
The emergency procedures for the vehicles, I have started writing a process for that, and, you know, Dwindle and I spoke today, and we're gonna put our heads together and complete that document
Okay.
and have that done.
So let's make sure that we look at that, I guess, midweek next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody else that needs to add anything about something that they know that I may not even know in reference to the emergency procedures that we may need to add? Let's not just take for granted, because they give us what to put forth. If it's something we know we should be putting forth, let's make sure we do that also.
The second one, where it says emergency procedures for violent and other threatening situations, we do have policies and a process for that.
Okay.
I did give Ms.
That's
Lula.
scanned in there, you should see it.
Yeah.
You're gonna go back to,
Disaster status?
right.
Okay.
There's 16 pages there.
Okay.
Well, that was the real-time disaster that we had with the tornado in the area.
When I first got here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That, but right there, if you go back down some, or up, I guess.
Oh,
you could say. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's for, person with a weapon, hostage taking.
Code silver.
Okay.
Which is code silver.
And has everybody signed off on these? Like in their file? Like, remember when we first started, everybody signed and said, make sure it was in their personnel file, so if we ever had an issue, it wasn't it, well, I don't know, or what happened.
With this particular one,
Mm-hmm.
with this code silver, no.
Okay.
But as far as the fire procedures and that kind of thing, yes.
Okay, so to make sure that we're secure, maybe it's a question I need to ask Marvell. Should we make sure that everybody signs off on these and it's in their file so they understand what the protocol is?
What we could do, and this is just a suggestion, we all sign in at the employee meeting. This could be something that Kendall, myself, or Judy could just cover at an employee meeting, because employee meetings are on all 3 shifts, and once you sign in, that's how Collington has been doing a lot of procedures that expand throughout the whole operation.
Actually, what I would love to do, especially with this particular subject, I would love to have a police officer come in and address the staff on this.
Okay. Now, what's the possibility of doing that before, in the next week?
I will have to reach out to our community officer and see if something can be arranged,
Okay.
you know, prior to us having the car
Okay.
inspection.
And they've been very, what's the word? Cooperative with us.
Okay.
They're very helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, well, it looks like you have most of it inside these 16 pages. So, again, whatever we don't have, let's make sure we discuss. I know that there's a piece that, from the management side that we owe, that I need to get to you. So we'll go for that and just make sure we discuss it, in the next session. So I think we should be okay. Mr. Dwindle and Vernon.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about, and also Ms. Francis, get your feedback on this too as a resident. Right now, we're doing so much in sales. We obviously have the same people that are cleaning, the people that have already been here a long time, cleaning their units, and they're also trying to do the turnover units. So the idea was to look at the possibility of outsourcing the turnover units to make sure that we alleviate some of the pressures that we're putting on, obviously, Mr. Dwindle and the regular staff.
Outsourcing what about?
Outsourcing the cleaning standpoint of the turnover units.
You
So
mean-
after the
you mean
construction's
the
completed.
housekeeper.
Exactly,
All right.
exactly. So
He means the renovated.
the renovated units only the renovated units. So when the construction finishes, you
The
know, we have
ones that are
to.
not already assigned
Exactly.
to somebody.
Exactly, exactly.
What do you mean by outsourcing?
So, right, currently, and I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, what he means by outsourcing, we have a contractor, say for instance, when Vernon comes to me and says, Dwindle, this unit has been renovated, maintenance is done with it, now we're ready for final
You mean the
cleanup.
housekeeper.
Yes, ma'am.
I got you.
And we are looking into outsourcing that part of the
To
operation.
hire somebody
Yes,
from
ma'am.
a
Exactly.
contractor.
Exactly. So it takes some of
All
the
right.
pressure off of Ms. Charlene.
No, I understand, you've got to have new housekeepers when you have a lot more.
Exactly.
It makes perfect sense. I
Yep.
wondered about that myself.
Okay.
Why don't we just hire new housekeepers?
That's going to be personnel. So I'll talk to you about that after you finish. Let's go through the pricing for a little bit, and then I'll kind of explain that to you in a second. So, yeah. So, all right. So we have $125 for 1 bedrooms, $150 for 1 bedroom with a living room and a den and a kitchen. 2 bedrooms, a den, living room, kitchen, and patio for $175. And 3 bedrooms is $200. Okay.
That's per cleaning.
Per that one-time cleaning, because the only thing they're doing is construction cleaning. And the cottages, okay, 150. So we're pretty consistent. So the villas are the only thing that really would go up. So it's 40. So now I've told you the truth. It's 45 days, but there's a 15-day window on the back for us to get everything done.
That was the argument that we were having earlier,
Yeah.
because they want work done sooner
Exactly.
than these days, and we try to accommodate them, but they can't hold us to them dates. They gotta understand.
I think it's a partnership. We need to make sure it's a clear partnership, and it's a partnership that's working well with both departments. So I feel a lot better even doing this and make sure that everybody can see the same thing. But that's what it is. It's 45, 15 on the back end, and that gives us the days to do whatever we need to get done. But I think the problem is what we need to approve on and send it to everybody in the room because we haven't. So Kendall gets a key request after, it's already new and barely being like whatever. So we'll go from there. We'll make sure that when we send out that request, and then maybe
Well, our
we need to start putting it
spreadsheets.
in the calendar.
We gotta start
And
sharing.
everybody has access, folks. Everybody has access. The only one that you don't have access to is the monetary values, because we don't want that going all over the place because we have too many contractors on campus. And once somebody gets your price and they go tell somebody else, you got nothing but issues. So that's the only reason that I protect that spreadsheet. But Kim's spreadsheet, we'll put it out there on the iDrive. You'll be able to see it, so you already know. So let's just make sure that we're looking at it.
Well,
I think everybody did a good job. I had a meeting, leadership meeting today. I think everything went really well, actually. So I don't think there'll be too much feedback from that besides a new handbook going out. And the big thing that we need to talk about, obviously, today is the HVAC. Everybody clearly knows what's been going on the last few days with weather and pipes bursting and ceilings cracking. So we are in the process now of putting together a cost analysis, as Francis will see this too, to alleviate the issues in the common spaces in the admin building. Also trying to look to come up with an overall plan, for the cottages in ongoing years. But right now, we, and Dave, I'll kind of let you speak towards it.
What
At this
is
point.
HVAC?
Air conditioning and heat.
Heating
All the
ventilation.
heat. So,
Go ahead down to the total.
Yeah, it's all at the bottom.
Yeah, no matter what the rumors are, Dave, we are not trying to create a rainforest, right?
okay.
Yeah, on the left-hand side are all the totals too. At the
Got
bottom.
it. So we're looking at the possibility of replacing 40 units. Each unit is approximately, I guess, $1,500. And in total, 280 units is 17, 265 is 23. Okay, so I guess these are my questions. One, I had a conversation with Vernon earlier to make sure that we see a technical proposal for that amount of money.
Sure.
This is separate, Kev. These
Yeah.
are the wall mounts. This is not the other units that we've discussed earlier.
Exactly, but the contractors that we're looking for to put the wall units up is the same person that we're looking for to do the two outside units, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So that still needs to be complete technical
And
proposal.
it's on its way.
Now, my second question is for the individuals that we're buying, without going into what company it is, Dave. $1,500 and we need 40 units at minimum.
Right.
Is that the best we're going to do, buying 40 at one time?
Yep. Actually, the original cost was close to $1,800. It was $1,765.
Okay.
And since we buy from him regularly, he was able to get us to $1,575. And then
Okay.
he gave me a number of $1,525, knowing that we would buy this many. So we're already under about $200 on the
And
total.
they're not all the same, Kev. They're different.
And they're different
They may look the
voltages
same,
too.
but
So.
they're different units.
You were saying you do better if you buy 40 at a time?
No, he's actually already gave us a quantity price whether we buy one or we buy 40. So we're already down under $200 on regular retail.
So the initial price, so we're saving $300 a unit.
About $300 per unit, yeah. And we already have,
Is it possible to save 4 when we're buying 40?
trust me, that will be my, already on it, already working on it.
Okay.
So this is the initial cost based on a verbal.
Why not 5?
Yeah, I've already had that today, but I should have
Right,
asked for more than
right.
I wanted. I already lost one bet upstairs today. I should have asked for more than I wanted.
Right.
Okay. So I guess, Dave, Vernon, this is the point where we're saying we're trying to do it right. So I really don't want mistakes with this. We need to make sure that they won. Have we called them in to say go through every unit also?
No.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so this is fine. I'm not saying anything's wrong with this, but I think we still need to do that, because if there's something that I can get salvaged is to save more money to do something somewhere else, then I need to obviously take that option.
Right.
So-
Now this common area list is minus any office space. This is all common area.
Well, I
And-
don't think you're
I'm
gonna be
not,
able.
I'm not following you. I can't see you because you're hiding.
Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
common spaces, Miss Francis, so when you walk through by the Ivy Bar, you know your favorite place, the Ivy Bar, when you walk through there? So when you walk through there, do you see all those heating units that were
Yeah.
making all that
I
noise?
see. The
That's what
heating
we're
units
gonna
are
replace.
common
We're gonna start replacing all those.
Right.
Mhm.
And one of the reasons that the labor cost isn't on there, when Vern and I had discussions with our installer, they gave us one number, but we feel like we can do better on that. So that's why we didn't plug in a number
We're in
yet for that. So.
negotiations, Mr. Seawright.
so.
Seawright negotiations with them.
CRX law negotiations, great, okay, all right. Okay, so we need to do it right. I mean, this is our time to do it right. The last question I'll ask about that is, you know that this is, we're looking at insurance for this, so whatever's in that 40, we need to be sure can be covered from that area. Okay? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go, Ms. Lou. I'll go into the iDrive, I guess. And kind of talk about the units. They all out there? We feel comfortable? We're showing all of our real costs at this point?
Yes,
I see a lot out there.
yes, so far everything is out there. I still have to input a few more individual, invoices on some of the, units, but I'll say 80% of it is out there. And I think David Deal has given me a folder for everything that he has so far,
Okay.
for all the turnovers.
Okay. Dave, you feeling good with the supplies and all that stuff?
Yeah, we have an ample supply of stock, which I'm actually almost through inventorying for year-end inventory for Amy.
Okay.
So stocking is good, and contractors have been trained to give us, the list as they need them, so.
Okay.
So we're keeping up with that.
All right. Upcoming things that we need to talk about, and I guess, Mr. Dwindle, coming back to you on this one is, again, I keep saying this, same thing I said about the HVAC units. Make sure we're getting the best price for everything that we do, and the only way we breed the best price is by competition. At this point, we have 5, now we're up to 6 GCs on the campus at this point, and our financial status shows that by having that many people. So whatever you're buying in your department, please, 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 and we are going to start to look at it, that you're getting the best price, you're pretty sure that you're getting the best price, and that the vendors understand that they're competing against someone else.
Right.
I don't feel bad about that. I truly don't feel bad about saying it's an open market, and we need to be very transparent about the competition. So let's make sure that we're doing that, cleaning supplies, security, so on, so on, so on. Kudos to Kendall for the new lock contract, and I'm sure it will save a lot of money at this point for the residents and Collington to kind of update you, Ms. Francis. We used to pay a service charge that came in every time we had to change a lock. Somebody loses their key, so on and so on. So we don't have to pay that anymore because they've been here for so many years. So we renegotiated, say, well, give us a set list of prices. The same way we just showed for cleaning, it's the same way we're doing the locks. So I really want to get out of so much the time and material and just get to more of a set cost. So that's where we are now. So kudos to Kendall for that. And I think we should probably already start seeing bills from that, correct?
As of anything after January 1.
Okay.
Anything after January 1.
All right. I think that will pretty much conclude what we're doing today. We'll put it on everybody's calendar. We'll probably next Friday. We'll probably have it with just us. I don't think we're going to do it with marketing. Will probably be bi-weekly, and we'll probably be weekly. So we'll do it from there. So I think that concludes